Hi everyone. So as I mentioned, I was invited by a dear friend of mine, dear sister, to MC for this program. And initially I was like, no, I'm not doing it. In fact, I told the pastor, I was like, tell him it's a bad idea. You know. And with the encouragement, I agreed. And so we just finished it. I just got home and it was such a lovely time, you guys. It was such a lovely time. This whole time, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why are they wanting me to do this? Why are they, like, my friend who invited me on this, she said, Evelyn, God told me that I should have you. And I'm like, okay. But it didn't really click until today when I got the program and had a better understanding as to just what the organization really is about. So it's called the Esther generation. And interestingly, Esther is one of my favorite women in the Bible because a lot of her story, good, bad, I relate to her in that way. But it's called the Esther, the name of the organization is the Esther Generation. And it just talked about the importance of sisterhood, and at some point as I was talking, I got emotional just talking about some of the women that God has placed in my life, especially just in this season in my life. I think I've shared and I've been pretty open about some of what my, experience has been living here in the Midwest. I can honestly say I have a village, and after all these years of being here, like I'm feeling more just at home, at ease, a little bit more. And some of the women that, not all of them, because anyway, my sphere of influence, I feel like kind of spreads out a little bit. So not all of them are here, but now I can genuinely say, okay, here in the Midwest, a group of women that I know will pray for me, will correct me, check me, and they do. And I think that's the beauty of sisterhood. Like, the only way we can actually make that happen sometimes is just being vulnerable with each other. Because if you really look at it, it does not matter like what your socioeconomic status is. I always say, I'm like, I got friends who I'm sure are still on food stamps, and I got friends that are making millions. One isn't better than the other. But regardless of what socioeconomic status, regardless of what color, like, we are all fighting different battles. We're all struggling. And I think there is so much power when we're able to just lean on each other. And, for like the women in my life who have just showed up and literally just prayed with me, supported me. Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to say a genuine thank you. And again, I have a better understanding as to why my sister Chiti asked me to do this. And a few final words before I go. If you have strong women in your life, be grateful. I always, as I tell my kids, you don't need a whole bunch of, supporters. You just need a good, solid handful. People who understand your hearts and, and are okay with, walking beside you. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. I am beyond tired. Have a good night. And again, Fountain of Life in Brookfield, thank you for the opportunity. I had a wonderful time. And we'll see you all soon. Bye.